So let's go back to the formula. Generally speaking, I think, 40 to 60% of an equity partner's compensation should be based on how much they own. It could be as low as 30. I've seen 70-30 type arrangements, but it needs to be a sizable chunk. And then the rest, another 40 to 60 should be based on production metrics, formula, in other words. And in that formula, it can be, the historical elements are what did you originate and what did you work? Those are sort of the two elements, and you can weight them different ways. I've seen so many different weightings and different formulas. I've seen other firms introduce other categories like managing a file. So it could be somebody originates it and hands it to somebody else and they manage it. It could be training. It could be a number of things. The key is, I think, whatever you choose, it has to be measurable and it should not be too complicated. If the formulas are too complicated and nobody understands it, then it's not going to create any incentives for anybody to do anything because they're not going to know what to do. And they're not going to know, if I pull this lever, turn this knob, I should get more under this part of the formula. So those are some of the costs. I'm not going to get details here, but let me give you an example of what this might look like in practice. So here's an idea. So every partner gets a draw, base draw. Let's just call it like 150,000, 180,000. Then at the end of the year, you have profits. Let's just say it's $1 million. I think you should take a piece of that and make sure you keep some reserves. I know a lot of firms that will just take the $1 million and just flush it all out and give it to all the partners and they just take it. So they start the next year with zero in the bank account. I don't like that approach. I really think you should have some amount of reserves that stay in the firm at all times. I don't like operating on a line of credit. I know many firms that do. I just think it's risky.